Okay, well, thanks for everybody attending this webinar. 50 minutes to discuss apprenticeships and higher education. I suppose one of the first things is, what's the state of IT, after the last year? It's actually a lot healthier than it was a year ago, believe it or not. Every sort of 3 or 4 years, University of Ulster, Department of Economy do a sort of look in the crystal balls to see what jobs are in the future. IT for the last 12 years has always been one of the ones. There's not going to be enough people skilled in IT, and COVID's actually made it even more need for IT jobs because people are going to be working from home. So you're going to need more cybersecurity professionals, more cloud professionals, more data analytics. So it's going to actually increase the number of jobs. But it's called the Skills Barometer, and then the last one we did in 2019, we're going to have by 2028. We're going to be shy by 11,000 people in IT in a variety of roles. So all the programs we're creating, Emer's mentioned the new apprenticeship programs, there's a new top-up program I'm going to mention this morning as well. These are all to try and address the need for IT jobs. And IT jobs are one of the best ones, best paid jobs in Northern Ireland. We've had, even during the pandemic, we've had some big new players coming to Northern Ireland. Microsoft did an academy with themselves in cybersecurity, starting at the beginning of lockdown in March. KPMG have come to do a cyber and AI. Microsoft are doing a cloud one, so all these big companies are coming to Northern Ireland. So it's great opportunities in Northern Ireland. Anyway, there's jobs coming, there's jobs there. There's no guarantee for a job, but there's guarantees you're going to be able to apply for an IT job in the next number of years. Within Northern Ireland, there are 6 colleges, ranging, all the IT courses range from level 2 to level 6. They're either full-time or part-time. What does that mean? Full-time is about 16 hours a week. Part-time is generally under 13. And there's also apprenticeship pathways, which I look after as well, ranging from cyber, data analytics, software, networking, computer. It's a range. There's so many different job roles in IT. People just think maybe somebody as a geek in the IT crowd, but there's so many different jobs in IT. Talking to customers, actually being a techie. So we'll cover those during this presentation. Just to quickly explain the various levels that the colleges offer. So a level 2 IT program would be a diploma. Generally, it's worth 4 GCSEs. A level 3 program, so we do those in Belfast Met. It's a 2-year program, and it's equivalent to 3 A levels. If you get D star, it's 420 UCAS points. So you can get the same as doing the A levels. Level 4 would be like an HNC. It's a 1-year program. Level 5, you either choice of an HND or a foundation degree, and there are 2-year programs. And then this year, we're going to offer, I think we're the first college, Belfast Met, the first college to offer a level 6 top-up for both cyber and cloud programs as well. So you can actually do your degree in the college without having to go to university abroad or in Northern Ireland. So I work for Belfast Met, so I'll just talk about what we offer and what we've offered for the last number of years. We've run apprenticeships for the last 15 years. For the last 10, we've actually been helping employers recruit apprentices. Last year, during the pandemic, I was blown over that we took 91 IT apprentices in Belfast Met at level 3 and level 5 in cyber and cloud and networking and software development. And we're starting that process again this year as well, which is what 91 is our highest number ever. So it's even during a pandemic, employers are looking for an apprentice. They're really well sought after. So Belfast Met, we offer at the minute level 3, level 5 apprenticeships. What is an apprentice? Well, basically you're an employee of the company and you're paid by the company. So some of the panel you're going to hear later on, some of those guys, they were through Belfast Met. So the whole time they come 1 day a week to the college, 4 days a week to the company, but they're an employee of the company and they're paid. All their course fees are paid, everything's paid. There's no cost at all for an apprentice. So level 3, we've got 2 currently, networking and software. Emer mentioned it. There's 2 new ones coming. There's a cybersecurity apprenticeship and digital forensics apprenticeship as well at level 3. And then we have HLA. HLA stands for higher level apprentice. So it's the level 5 program. There's 2 programs in that, cybersecurity and networking, and then software, cloud, and application development. And then the new one that's coming out is the HLA level 6 top-up. So again, if you have a level 5 apprenticeship or a level 5 program and you get a job at an IT company, you could then convert that HND or foundation degree for free into a top-up BSc honours in cyber or cloud. So it's a fantastic opportunity for people to get a degree without having to pay the cost. Okay, so what does it look like the last couple of years? On the 25th of June this year, there will be an ad coming out. It'll look very much like this one, basically telling you how long the ad runs for. It runs all summer. So the results this year are out a bit earlier. I think it's the 12th of August. The A-level results are out. So the ad will run until the 20th of August. These are the sort of companies that we work with: Danske Bank, the police, Fintru, Liberty, Housing Executive City, some very large employers, BT, and then some small employers as well. This isn't the only ones, but these are the sort of ones that we're working with. Yeah, it'll be out on social media, Belfast Met websites. There'll be a landing page in Belfast Met you can go to. How does it work? You apply online through a company called MyMill. You do an online psychometric test. If you pass it, you then do a second test. If you pass the second test, you then are sent an email saying the following employees are looking for an apprentice. Would you like to apply for us? And then you basically hit apply, and then you send your CV, your application form, whatever, to the companies, and then that's where we stop, and then you get shortlisted and interviewed. And if you're lucky enough, then you get invited to join the program in November time. This was really gives you an idea. So campaign starts in June. Applicants undertake the MyMill process. You can do it at any time. You don't have to do it the first day of June. Or when it comes out. You get the whole summer to apply for it. And then the second MyMill test, it's a very similar test to the first one. There's also some practice tests on their site to prepare you for what the test is going to look like. Results come out at the end of August. If you're lucky enough, then you get the email from MyMill to say, here, the following company's looking for somebody. Then we do a thing called bootcamp, which is basically take you through a cyber exam or a software exam or a cloud exam for 2-3 weeks, just to get everybody at the same speed. Okay, so that's the process. So level 3 then, we've got quickly run through these programs: networking and software. So the network basically is bootcamp. Then you do cyber, data information, computer networks. You'll see at the bottom here all these little logos. We try and embed Microsoft, Linux, Cisco qualifications throughout. They're all free. So you can do as many qualifications through the program as well. It's a 2-year program, starts January and finishes July, August the following year. You're assigned an assessor, so you get basically somebody at the college meets with your line manager to make sure everything's okay as well. Software, very similar. Again, it's the bootcamp on the various programs: HTML5, security, Python. Python's a hugely important programming language now for cyber, for cloud, for data analytics as well. So everybody's now doing Python, whether it be networking or software. And again, we use Visual Studio, SQL Server, Python, Java, all the various tools that current employers are looking for as well to make you, to improve your knowledge in IT. HLA program, then at the minute, we've got 2, cyber, security and networking, and software and cloud. Ideally, you join level 3. So Victoria, who's going to be in the panel later on, she was on our level 3 program with City for a year and a half, and now she's joined the HLA program. Cameron, he's also on the panel. He was the same. So the idea is you join a 2-year level 3 program, you then do a 2-year HLA program, and then you maybe do the top up, and the whole thing's free, and you've been earning money the whole time. So that's the best journey. But you can do level 3 and then stop. You can do level 5 and not do level 3, or you can do level 6. It's very flexible. So quickly go through the programs on the cyber. So it's a 2.5-year HLA in cyber. You do networks, programming, how to do scripting, host security with Linux and stuff like that, security fundamentals in the first year. In the second year, you do ethical hacking, introduce blockchain, and then global and mobile security. And then in the third year, you do have to do a project and then incident management as well. But again, you see at the bottom of the screen, slides there, all those little logos. You have a chance to do like Network Plus. If you were going to pay for that, that's £2,000 to go a training course. It's free as part of the program. Security Plus is the same, the ethical hacking course. So you get all these extra qualifications if you want to do them as well. You don't have to do them, but they're available for students to do them if they want. And it really does improve your CV, because there's some of the qualifications that we offer. No one else at the minute offers them in Northern Ireland. So you'll be one of the first. The cloud, very similar. Again, you see the logos at the bottom. You do systems design and cloud fundamentals. They're standard for any software engineering cloud program. Database is very important for data analytics. Machine learning, so AI. Now, we're not creating people to create Arnold Schwarzenegger replacements. It's basically AI is trying to take the mundane or the repetitive and use AI for that. So, for example, there's MRI scans now. We've written an AI program which goes through those 5,000 times, go through and be able to find out exactly what's wrong rather than the human doing it. So that's the whole idea of AI. Very, very important. Huge. very much linked to data analytics and data visualization. So you'll see every couple of weeks, Boris stands up with Witty and they do the slides and the PowerPoint. That's all come from data throughout the UK about, where COVID is, where the high points are, low points are. Vaccines data is everywhere at the minute, so you need to be how do you grab the data and how do you visualize it? Then we've got distributed apps, which is blockchain and SQL programming, and there's also a project on that as well. But again, you've got all the various things: Power BI, SQL, Python, Java. All the various new tools that are currently used by employers. So as well as running the apprenticeship program, we also run exactly the same programs on a full-time. So we've got a full-time level 3 program, which does cyber and networking and software. We do level 5 full-time in cyber and cloud. So the foundation degrees at Belfast Met are in cybersecurity, networking, software cloud, software engineering. So these are apprenticeships. They're all 2 years in duration. Course fees are $2,765 per year. And then there's an opportunity to progress to a top-up in the final year. So that, if you compare that to university prices, that is extremely cheap. Some of my children have gone to university and the debts they have are crazy, and they were in Northern Ireland. Okay, so the top-up, which is now going to come out this year, in cyber or cloud, it's a 1-year program, starts September, ends in May. Its fees, again, £2,765, which means if you did a level 5 for 2 years and topped up to level 6, you would have a degree for just over £8,000. Now, there's some universities in England charge £9,000 a year, plus your loans and all this other stuff. So it's actually a slide. I'm going to go forward a bit, but this is an analysis we did. Looked at Leeds University. Now, we had to look at England because there isn't a cyber degree in Northern Ireland, but if you were to go to Leeds University and do a cybersecurity degree, it could cost you £73,000. That's the loans, the grants, the whole lot. And we're, Belfast Met, 17,000. It's a lot cheaper. That's a course fees. That's also rent and stuff like that as well. So it's a biggie. Okay, so summary of fees. There are no fees for level 2, level 3 at all. They're nearly free. Full-time courses in HE, like level 4, level 5, level 6. The course fees are $2,075 per year. Importantly, there are no costs for apprentices. Okay, so apprenticeships are free. All the courses are free. All the exams are free. You're paid by the employer. The employer at the minute is also getting an incentive. If an employer takes an apprentice on, they get £3,000 for each apprentice that they take on between now and March 22. Again, that's to try and help all the people who've been furloughed, people who've lost their jobs. And there is no age restriction for the IT programs. So anybody at any age can join the program as well. Okay, I've given you that slide as well already. That's really, from a point of view of why would you stay in Northern Ireland? It's cheaper. You get a degree. You're getting a degree which no one else offers a degree in cybersecurity in Northern Ireland. Nobody else offers a degree in cloud in Northern Ireland. So all those new technologies and skills which are in big demand by KPMG, by Microsoft, by Deloitte, by all these huge organizations, we're offering it as well. Okay, so where are all the courses? I just mentioned Belfast Met, that's where I work. But there are, all the colleges, so all 6 of them offer level 2 to level 5 programs in IT. We're the first one to offer level 6. The other colleges will probably come on board later on. You can get apprenticeships throughout, again, regional colleges, Northern Ireland. Belfast Met's the biggest IT apprenticeship, provider in Northern Ireland because we're based in Belfast. And that's where most of the big IT companies are based. Level 3 apprenticeships, again, are available at Belfast Met. Higher HLAs are available throughout Northern Ireland. So we've got obviously the cloud cyber I mentioned. Then you've got the ones at computing and CERC, SRC, NRC, information technology, SWC, and software development. So that it's spread out through Northern Ireland. These HLAs. Okay, and contact details. Obviously, I'm top of the list, but basically there's the details of who you can contact. On our website, I will also have, I'm up doing these at the minute, I'm going to upload information booklets on the level 3, level 5, level 6 programs and the course coordinator, so you can contact someone directly. It'll give more detail about the modules and units and the exams and the timetable and how the whole process works as well to try and help people understand what's going on. Again, bring it on, have case studies on the program and various other things as well. So again, just go to their site to look at that. And thanks very much for your time. That was a whirlwind tour.
That was brilliant. Thank you so much, Phil. And there are so many things that are so exciting. You know, it's a first of its kind. It's kind of transforming IT education in Northern Ireland, and obviously the big one for students. It's a lot of it's free or very very cheap. So there are a lot of kind of incentives. Now we do have a question for you. I know you covered some of this, but just if you could give us a little recap. Margie McKay has written in and has said, for a year 14 student, where would I look first for an IT apprenticeship in Northern Ireland? I know where you're going to say. And when do Belfast Met IT apprenticeships open for the year?
Yeah, the our program opens June 25th, so it's always the last Friday in June, and it runs right through the summer. So if people go on holiday, not that's going to happen probably this year, that means you get a plenty opportunity to do it. But that's our program. But you can equally just go and apply to a company yourself and get an apprenticeship that way. So some of the employers do their own thing, like BT. They recruit outside our program. City did last year, but we've in the past had people actually go off themselves. I just said, I want to be an apprentice. I'm doing this, and the company's been impressed and actually offered an apprenticeship. So don't, you can go and do other things as well. For it, spread your bets. I always tell my kids, don't just apply, go down one route. Go different options. So if you live, say, down near Craigavon, there's some big, Amlac are down there, and there's Moy Park. They like any organisation, no matter what they are, what they do, has an IT department. So and IT's everywhere at the minute. So don't try and get the apprenticeship yourself if you want, or use Belfast Met, or the other colleges as well.
Brilliant. So that's your information. You know what to do now. You'll have an influx of people. But I want to say, Phil, a big thank you for coming and talking to us this morning. Thank you so much.